Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Top Tier TCG. This is a YouTube channel where I talk about different Pokemon decks and how to use them. I hope everyone's had a good 2025. Today's episode, I am going to talk about a deck that I kind of stayed away from playing just because I thought was a little too complicated for me. But after using it, I realized why it's so good and why so many people use it for competitive play. And I'm talking about none other than the Regidrago V-Star deck. This is probably one of the best decks to come out of the format in a really long time, and it's going to be most likely the best deck in the format until it rotates out. So for 2025, this is a deck you're probably going to want to play if you're going to do competitive stuff in your local leagues or just go to a bigger competition if you're starting to play Pokemon. Don't be intimidated by it. It looks kind of scary and difficult, but once you see everything and break it down, it actually flows really well and doesn't really become so intimidating as it was for me. So let's just get started here. I'm going to start talking about the cards that are involved here and how they work, and then we're going to move on to the trainers and then the energy. So these are all the cards you can see. It looks like a lot of them, but we're going to start off with the main attacker here. So the purpose of this deck is to use Regidrago V and Regidrago V Star for your attacker. And you have all these supplementary Pokemon in here to use their attacks. That's the best thing about this deck. You're pretty much, for the mechanic of this deck, is to discard cards that you're not going to use to attack, throw them in the discard pile, and use your Regidrago attack that allows you to use attacks from your discard pile. That sounds confusing, but once you see it, it'll make a lot more sense. So we're going to start off with Regidrago. Okay, so Regidrago V. He has 220 HP. He has the attack Celestial Roar for 1 star. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of those are energy cards attaching to this Pokemon, you don't really want to use this attack because chances are you only have 9 energies in your deck, so you're most likely not going to hit those. Then you have Dragon Laser for 130 with 2 grass and 1 fire. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack's a little better. You don't lose any energy. This will probably be an attack you use if you didn't draw out your V-Star yet and you need to do some damage. And it has 3 retreat, so you're not going to really kind of use it like that. But the real thing here that you want to be using is the V-Star that you attach over it. So Regidrago V-Star has 280, which isn't a lot, but it has 2 things on here. We're going to do the ability first. Legacy Star. During your turn, you may discard the top 7 cards of your deck, then put up to 2 of those cards from your discard pile in your hand. So this is really great because you can kind of just like throw away cards in your deck that you might need to use as an attack, and you can grab 2 cards that are in there that you already used or you had to discard in the beginning of the deck. And then you're going to use this attack called Apex Dragon, which is freaking awesome. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose an attack from a dragon Pokemon from the discard pile and use it as your own attack. And right now I'm just going to show you the Pokemon that you can use for that. You have Kyurem, and so it's attack Trifrost, which is like 5 energies, but you're not going to need to worry about that. Discard all your energies from this Pokemon. This attack does 110 damage to all 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. So you're going to have to risk losing 3 energies, but let's say you're playing a deck that has to evolve them to stage 1 or 2s, like let's say a Charizard, and they have their Pidgey and then 2 Charmanders out. You can use this attack, and you can knock all 3 of those out at the same time. Take 3 prize cards, and your opponent's probably going to give up, just because it's going to be difficult for them to get back in the game. And then you have Giratina V-Star, so you have Lost Impact for 280. Put 2 energy attached to this Pokemon in the Lost Zone, which is not that great of an attack, but if you're playing mirrors, this is for sure a one-shot to the other Regidrago V-Star. And then you have Dragapult EX, and if you played this deck before, you know how annoying the Phantom Dive attack is. It does 200 damage to the active Pokemon, and then 60 damage counters to any of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So this is a really good way to hit things down, and you don't have to worry about getting to a stage 2. You can use it as a stage 1 with the V-Star. And as you can see, this is why this deck is doing pretty awesome in any competitive level. And then we have Hisuian Gudra V-Star, which is Rolling Iron for 200, It won't knock out a lot of things, but during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from their attacks. So this is a good way to kind of like nerf your opponent a bit, last another turn, and then maybe use the Phantom Dive afterwards to get a knockout and some other cards out of the way. Again, this is you're not gonna be able to use its ability, but the attack is still pretty solid. And then these are some of the newer additions that I personally like to use. It's a Alolan Executor EX, and you can use it for its swinging sphere attack. And what it does is you flip a coin. If heads, knock out your opponent's active Pokemon. If tails, knock out one of their benched Pokemon. So that's insane. So you don't even have to worry about dealing damage. Let's say you manage to get an opponent's their Dragapult or their Charizard out on the bench, like with a boss's orders, and then you get tails. You can immediately knock them out, and you just take that 2 prizer. It's so good. At the beginning of the game, you don't have to worry about anything. And then finally, what I like to include in here, and I've had to move some stuff around for it, is Noivern EX. And this is honestly the best thing to use against a Raging Bolt deck because all their Pokemon are basic. And once you get that Noivern EX in there and just start using Covert Height, you do 70 damage, but basic Pokemon cannot do any damage to you, which is insane. So they basically have to give up because there's nothing else they can do. But those are the attacking Pokemon that you're going to use when they're in your discard pile, and here are the support Pokemon you got. You got Baby Cleffa with an attack that has 0 energy, Grasping Straw. Draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. This is really good if you go second, or if you're going third, I guess. If you're going second after your first turn, this is a really good way to get cards in your hand if you discarded a bunch of stuff, and then you only have 2. Boom, you get 5 more in there. And then we have Squawkabilly EX. Again, this is for if you go first. Squawk and Seize ability, discard your whole hand. You could have even had your Regidrago up front, and then you can put your Squawkabilly on your bench, and you might have a bunch of the Pokemon you're trying to get rid of. Immediately use Squawkabilly, and you got rid of all those cards in the beginning, and now you have all these fresh attackers for you to use in your discard pile. And then, as a staple, as we all know, we have Fezandipity EX with the ability flip the script. Once during your turn, if your Pokemon was knocked out during your last turn, you get to draw 3 more cards, and this is a really great way to bounce back in the game. And then we have none other than Radiant Charizard. So it has the ability Excited Heart. This Pokemon's attack costs 1 star less for each prize card taken, and this is really awesome for endgame. So once your opponent's knocked out 2 of your Regidragos, throw in this Radiant Charizard, attach it 5 energy, and you do 250. And that'll be a pretty good way to win the game most of the time. I've done it, especially against the Goldengo. This is beautiful. And I believe that is all the Pokemon we have in here. So let's go over it one more time. Giratina V-Star for its Lost Impact. We forgot Teal Mask Ogerpon. So this is going to be your draw engine. You're going to have 3 of these in here. And you use its ability Teal Dance. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy from your hand and to Teal Mask, and you get to draw a card. So you're going to run 3. And this is your way to draw cards through the game. But yeah, then you have Dragapult for its Phantom Dive, Mew EX with the restart ability to get cards in your hand. Sometimes you end up with 1 or 2 left. You use Mew EX and get those extra 2 cards or 1. And then Kyurem for its Trifrost. Then you got Regidrago V, V-Star, Fezandipity, Hisuian Gudra, Cleffa, Squawkabilly, Alolan Executor, Radiant Charizard, and Noivern EX. So those are the Pokemon. As you can see, it's about 20 of them, which is a lot for most competitive decks, but it works out. And now we're going to move on to the trainers. I really hate the way Pokemon does this. Looking on how the deck looks, we're going to do a video soon about what needs to be improved in the Pokemon TCG Live. But let's just get started here. We're going to start off with Ultra Ball. And you're going to have 4 of these. Discard 2 cards from your hand and search for a Pokemon. Get the Regidrago V-Star out while discarding some Pokemon. Maybe you have a Dragapult and you need that Regidrago V-Star on top of your Regidrago. Ultra Ball, get rid of that Dragapult. Now you have an attacker and you get to evolve your Pokemon. You're going to run 4 of those just to keep consistent. You're going to run 1 switch just for those emergency situations. Hopefully you won't have to deal with it too much, but 1 should be enough. And then you're going to have 4 energy switches because you are going to be using Teal Mask to attach a grass energy and use its ability, one thing you can do is if you have two Teal Mask out and you attach both grass energies to them, and then you attach your fire energy to Regidrago, and you happen to have two energy switches, you just have three energies attached to your Regidrago, and now you can attack. So this is a really good one to have, and four of them in there just to keep it consistent. And to make room for the Noivern EX, actually took out an Earthen Vessel. I haven't seen too much use for it. Comes in handy every once in a while, but once you have all those energies out, not as much. So I think 3 is okay. If I'm wrong, go ahead, sue me. Tell me how it goes for you. Then we have Jamming Tower. This is for people that have the crystal, which is used for Pikachu, Dragapult, and maybe some other Pokemon. I don't know too many, but that's a good way to get rid of them. And when they have the Defiance Belt, that's a good way to mitigate it. And the Bravery Charms for Gardevoir. So there's a lot of uses for the Jamming Tower. Definitely keep it in there. And then we have the Iono for deck disruption, especially late game. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it to the bottom of the deck. If either player put any cards from the bottom, they draw as many prize cards as they have. So very good late game, very good beginning, just to get the cards you need. Definitely just have 2 in there. And then we have Superior Energy Retrieval. In case you had to get rid of a lot of your energies, like all your grass or all your fire, this is a really good way to get them all back. Discard 2 cards from your hand and get all those energies back. Hopefully the way you're going to use it is by throwing away a Pokemon you don't need. But you're going to run, I believe, one of those. That's all you're going to need. And then we're going to have 2 Super Rods. This is just in case you get your Regidragos knocked out, or if you get an important Pokemon knocked out, or you get some energies thrown away. Get those back in your deck and sift out through them. And you're going to have 2 of those just to make sure. And then we have Prime Catcher, probably the best A-Spec out here. You only have 1. If you switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon to their active spot, you may switch one of yours with one of your benched ones. Really good if they gust you or use your boss's order on you and you want to get back out there. Or if you're going to use the Dragapult move twice, this is a really good one because you generally won't be knocking out things, but you can almost knock out 3 things if you use it right. So Prime Catcher, definitely have 1 in there. Temple of Sinnoh. This is seeing a lot less use, but it's still kind of good to have because people keep using the Jet Energies or Terapagos using that Turbo Energy, but I don't think it's going to get as much use later on once it gets rotated out. Then we have Nest Ball. We're going to run 4. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Best case scenario, you pull out the Regidragos with it, you get your Mew with it, you get your Pheasantipity with it, just those go-to stuff for you. You'll run 4. And then you have Professor's Research. You're also going to run 4 of these. This is beautiful when you have a turn where you have a bunch of the dragon attackers that you don't need. You just use this card and get a fresh hand, and now you're all set up for the rest of the match. After that, it's easy. So you're going to run 4 of those just to make sure that can happen because that's the best case scenario for you. And then we have Canceling Cologne. This is mainly for Pikachu. I don't really see use for it anywhere else, but as long as you have one of these bad boys, you can knock out a Pikachu anytime, and you only need 1 because it cancels any of your Pokemon's abilities. Then we have Boss's Orders. We have 2 of them just to make sure we can gust an opponent or kind of like bait them into doing something else that they didn't want to do. And I'll explain later on as we play some matches here. And then that's all of them. That's all the trainers for you. And then we're going to move on to Energy. And we're only going to have 2 Fire Energy and 7 Grass Energy. So you're going to want to dedicate those Fire Energies to your Regidragos and maybe towards the end, towards that Charizard if you really have to. And you're going to find ways to get it out. But that's about it. And then the Grass Energies are just to use that Teal Mask Ogerpon and get the engine going. But yeah, that's the way I use it. And I'm going to show you some examples on how it plays real quick. So let's go home and go to play. Let's see who we face against first. Daiatu. Also, thank you for everyone who's been subscribing. I think right now we're at 73, and I appreciate everyone asking questions. The next video I think I'm going to make is going to be on Charizard EX post-rotation. There were some questions in my comment sections about that, so we'll try to figure out how to build that deck. And I was thinking of live streaming if anyone would be interested in watching. I was seeing if we can just build a deck together and see what we can come up with, maybe troll some people. But anyways, here's the match starting. we're going to throw in our Regidrago V on the active, and then we're going to do Teal Mask Ogrepon on the bench, and then we're going to click done because I don't really see anything we might need here yet. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to use Nest Ball, Teal Mask, and attach the Regidrago, Energy Switch, and then we're going to Squawkabilly. And I'll show you guys that right now. After our opponent does his turn, I wonder if we're going to play a Mirror. So he played his Teal Mask. Oh, wow. Oh boy, I don't think he had a good turnover here. So we're going to put that Cleffa down, just because we can use him later. We're going to use our Nest Ball. And I think what we're going to put here is another... Ooh. I think we're going to do a Teal Mask. And we'll get that Regidrago V later. And then what we're going to do here is attach with the Teal Mask ability, and then we're going to be able to draw our card. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. And so we're going to do another Teal Mask ability. Attach on here. Oh my god. So then we're going to attach our Fire Energy to Regidrago, and we're going to use our Energy Switch to get that Grass Energy to Regidrago. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to Squawk and discard our hand and get a whole new hand here of 6, I believe. Yep. And see, we have our Regidrago V-Star right here. And now we can use our Energy Switch as well on that. And we're going to put it back on that Regidrago. As you can see how smooth this deck works. And then, does he have an attack? Yeah, Dragon Laser 130. This attack also does 30 damage to your bench Pokemon of your opponent, but he doesn't have any bench Pokemon. So we're just going to do that. And if he doesn't have another Pokemon here, he's probably just going to give up, which isn't really a fair matchup. I think he just really walled badly. He might be playing Raging Bolt. I have no clue what's going on. Oh no. Oh. He's playing Iron Leaves EX. Not our first choice here, gang. Let's see what happens here. Yep, uses boss's orders. But we have that Grass Energy, so we're just going to attach it and then retreat. Let's see who he puts here. He's having a hard time because he knows I can kind of just like bounce back from this. Yep. We can deal with that. So we're going to evolve him. And just to get a Pokemon out of the way here, Regidrago V for future purposes. We're going to Teal Dance. Boop. And then we're going to retreat him. And we'll get that energy back in a little bit. Actually, here's what I'm going to do, because I feel like we're going to win this one pretty quick. I'm just going to get rid of that Kyurem there and get my Grass Energy and use this Teal Mask ability, see what we can get. I'm going to use his Legacy Star ability first to discard the top 7, and we'll see what Pokemon pop off of that. Perfect. So we don't want any of those, but we got the ones we wanted. So let's try get that Grass Energy, and then we'll get that Energy Switch. So we can start powering up the other Regidrago. Boop. We're going to move from here to here, and then we're going to do Professor's Research. And look at that. Wow. So now we're going to use Apex Dragon. And so we can kind of use any attack here, and it's not going to be a problem for us. I might as well just use Phantom Dive, just because next turn they'll both get knocked out. See how he responds. He might just give up. Nothing? How's everyone's 2025 resolutions doing? Did you have a resolution to go to the gym? Maybe play some more Pokemon cards? Whatever it is, I hope it's good. Hope you're doing great. You got this, and I believe in you. Well, he did the same thing again. Boss's orders. He might have just whiffed really badly here, but we're just gonna do the energy attachment and use the. We don't even have to use its ability at this point. We're just gonna retreat, okay? Boom. And we can use Apex Dragon, and we can use Phantom Dive again, Phantom Dive again, and we're gonna knock out both Pokemon here, and we get the match. So this is probably the best case scenario of the game. We just took 4 prize cards in one turn. I've seen someone take 3 in one turn. Sometimes we're not as lucky, but all 6 in one turn. So that was a good example of everything going right for you and wrong for your opponent, which is Pokemon sometimes. Sometimes things just don't go right. But even with this deck, I want you to understand that you will get a bad hand. It's just not as often. This deck is pretty consistent. So we're going to do another matchup just to see how it goes. And don't worry about how low my Arceus number is. It's because I was testing out some new decks, a Sylveon EX deck, and I thought it was going to be good, but it just wasn't. It was fun at first, but then it just turned out to be really long matches of me losing, so I was like, that's not fun at all. But I do enjoy Sylveon EX a lot. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. So I hope the deck gets better as rotation hits. But yeah, another thing I want you guys to understand, once March rolls around, this deck is no longer good. All the cards essentially from this, like all the attackers, Regidrago V, V-Star, all of its main attackers that it uses for its abilities, they're just not going to be available in standard format. So play this deck while you can. Just a really good way to kind of learn how everything works, I believe. In my personal opinion. Okay, let's see how this goes here. And I think our opponent's going to go first this time. Yeah. I can already tell this is probably going to be a really irritating deck. If there's an Oddish in there... Oh, there's a little Teal Mask. I haven't seen this one. Mountain Stroll. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Ogre Comeback. This attack does 20 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it can do 5, 200... So 120, I guess? Yeah. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. So we're going to do this. We're going to get a Nest Ball and get the other Teal Mask Ogre Pawn out. If we have it. Okay, we do. Boop. And then we're going to Teal Mask ability. Attach. And then we're going to switch to this bad boy right here. And I kind of don't want to get rid of any of these things, so we're going to Iono. And hopefully we're going to mess up their hand. And then we get some cards we want. Look at that. Boom. And then we're going to Teal Mask ability. Teal Dance. We don't want that card. So I think what we're going to do here is... I'm just going to Ultra Ball. Clear him out of there. I'm just going to get rid of the Nest Ball. Done. And I am going to get the V-Star out. Boop. Okay, we got both of them. No, actually, what I'm going to get is Squawkabilly. So we can at least do our next hand here. Sorry, Squawk. Okay, so we're going to use Mew. You're going to want to use the Restart ability because you only have one. Perfect. And then we're going to use Earthen Vessel to get rid of the Radiant Charizard. And we'll get him back later. But I'm only going to do one of these just because I want to make sure we have those energies for later. And F it, we can use Pokemon Catcher or Prime Catcher here. And we're going to move Mew. And then we're going to use Squawk and Seize. And look at that. And we're just going to end it right there. So next turn we're going to attach that grass energy. And we're going to Iono to see if we can get the V-Star out. Don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what this deck does. I know it's going to be a Vileplume, Poison, and Sleep, and Confuse, probably. So he's going to get those energies in his hand, and his turn's probably going to end there, where he's going to evolve his Oddish. Interesting, interesting. Okay, Youngster, okay. Oh, what does Youngster do again? Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5 cards. Okay, that's not bad. That's in like mid-game Iono every turn. Yep, and he's going to get those. And then what we're going to do, because we're so cool, we're going to get that V-Star. Perfect. And we're going to attach with the Teal Mask ability to draw that card out. I'm hoping we hit an Ultra Ball. Nope, I got the Temple of Sinnoh. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to attach my energy to Regidrago V-Star, and we're going to Iono to disrupt him. Beautiful. And then we're going to Teal Mask this. Okay, and we're going to Ultra Ball to get rid of that Giratina and the Hisuian V-Star here. Done. I said done, my friend. And we're going to grab the other Regidrago V-Star. See, this is, again, best case scenario for yourself here. We're going to do that. Attach from the Teal Mask Ogerpon to that Regidrago. And then we're going to retreat our beautiful little Mew EX. And one thing you have to be careful is how many cards you get rid of as well. I don't really think we need to get rid of all of them right now, so we're just going to do this. We're going to do Rolling Iron. Actually, we can win the match right here. So we're going to do Trifrost. We're going to get rid of all our energy, but we just knocked... Oh, that's right, the Manaphy. Oh no, I messed up. That was on me. That was on me. I totally forgot about Manaphy. Oops. Mistake. We'll bounce back. There will be misplays. There is always a misplay. Oopsies. Let's see how many... Let's see what we can do here. Okay, this will make it interesting. We'll have a bounce back. He's going to use his Great Ball. Okay, he's going to get another Oddish here. Dun 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 dun. He's going to switch. I totally forgot about the Manaphy ability. Oh no, not Applin. I hate that guy. Okay, so now he has 3 energies attached to that Oddish. What is he going to do here? I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. I think we'll be okay here. So let's jamming tower them, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this energy switch from this Teal Mask Ogerpon, attach to the Regidrago V-Star, and again, we'll make a comeback. What we're going to do is going to use Legacy Star, and we're just going to get the 2 things we need back. Beautiful, we got rid of all those, but what I want, my friend, is this, and my Fire Energy. So we're going to attach that, and then we're going to use the energy switch from the Teal Mask down here, throw it back on there, and I know it sounds really crazy, so we're going to Ultra Ball, boom, boom. I don't want anything. No. I'm trolling at this point, but I just want to see what we can get here. Aha! this is what we want, because we have all these. Oh, we only have 2 energies in the discard, so that's 2 grass. We're gonna save it. So instead, what we're gonna do is gonna Apex Dragon, and we're gonna do Phantom Dive. Nope, it won't do anything bad. Oh, let's do it, just so we can. Or should I do Jet Headbutt? We'll do Phantom Dive. Oh, you can still do damage counters on them. Cool. Oh, because it does 6 damage, not damage counters. What is... No. So Phantom Dive does damage counters, so you can pass up that mana fee thing, right? Is that what it is? Let's see. They might just give up after this. If not, they're crazy. But let's go over here. I always get confused. Yeah, put 6 damage counters. So mana fee doesn't protect against damage counters, which is perfect, because now we can just Phantom Dive the whole time and we're going to win this next matchup. Doesn't matter what he does. We're going to knock those bad boys out. Okay. Nothing we can do here to protect them, protect ourselves. We're going to use Phantom Dive for the win. So that's 2 wins in a row, I suppose. We're going to do one more because I really want to show you guys what happens when things don't go well in these matchups. Hopefully we'll play against someone who's a lot better. Oh, that didn't do enough. Never mind. Still 10 HP left on that mana fee. We'll see if he gives up right here. He might just be mad and wants me to get everything. Yeah, he's going to want me to finish this off. But we have everything we need. So even if he like bosses orders me, we can use the superior energy retrieval. We can use the Teal Mask ability. We can use that switch. And then he's got no chance right here. But I was really curious of what his deck was going to end up being. I know there's a Vileplume that's available to use, but I forgot what it does. Okay, now we're going to end it. Phantom Dive, boom. So you can see how good this deck works, right? I'm not crazy. Well, obviously, everyone knows how good this deck is. But if you were nervous on using this, don't be. It's a lot more... Well, how do I say this? You can be a good pilot with this one if you know how to make the right moves. So thank you guys for watching. If this was enough for you, then go ahead, go build this deck. Play it while you can, because once rotation hits, it's no longer valid. Maybe just have a copy of this to play in the future and show your friends how crazy Pokemon can get. I know this is a really fun one to show people, confuses them a lot. But if you're done watching, thanks for watching. But I'm going to play one more just to see. We're probably playing really bad decks just because I'm at 1453 right now. But we're gonna see. Now that we got 2 wins in a row, maybe we'll encounter a good deck. Not a score bunny. So it's gonna be a fire deck, obviously, or maybe not. Maybe it's not gonna be a fire deck. Godfried Gilbert, my friend. Flipping 1 coin. Yes, we're gonna go first. I think this deck is best going first, honestly. That way you can turn 2, destroy everything. And look, we got no basic Pokemon. Hooray! Okay, we only got 1 mulligan. No! That is not what we wanted. Not what we wanted at all. Oh boy. See, this is an example of a really bad hand. Like, this is the worst possible hand you could have. So all I can think of is doing Squawk. That's all we can do here, unfortunately. So I'm going to Ultra Ball the Fire Energies, and then I'm going to Super Rod him back in, I think. Because either way, they're going to get thrown away. So we might as well have those energies back in our deck. They got that mulligan, so well we got the mulligan, so they get to draw that extra card. How will we make it out of this one, y'all? Unless we Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. Unless we pull Teal Mask Ogre Pawn into... Nope. Okay, so I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm going to Ultra Ball the Squawk. Boom. Boom. Goodbye, Prime Catcher. We loved you. Unless... Okay, thank God. I was like, what if we prize the Squawk ability? That'd be horrendous. Okay, let's see if we can get out of this. So we're going to Super Rod those energies back in. That way we don't lose those too soon, because we only have 2 fire and 7 grass. So Squawk and Seize, get rid of that really shitty hand. And then we roll into more shitty hands. So we're... ah! No! No! So we'll get rid of Dragapult. Boom. And I'm gonna take out as many grass energies as I can for this. And then, looks like they have a bad start too, so maybe we can do this. We'll do a grass energy to Squawk. How about that? How about that? Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully he'll just knock it out. Right? He's gonna get his buddy Poffin. So it's a Cinderace deck. Score Bunny, flip a coin of heads. This attack does 10 damage. I hope they can do something good with it. There is a Terra Cinderace. Or Cinderace. Is that the right card name? They gotta get a switch. Or a switch card. Or they can get a Crispin. Okay. Terra Cinderace, I believe. God, please just give me a Professor Sada's. Give me a Professor Sada's. Okay, alright. I like where this is going. Double Turbo Energy? Trippin'. Did I get rid of the Temple of Sinnoh? Oh, thank God I didn't. Because once that Temple of Sinnoh hits, it's over. Alright, it's getting that Pidgeotto. Hopefully we get an Iono. I'm praying. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Okay, thank God we got a Regidrago V. We are gonna put a Fire Energy. And then we're gonna end our turn, because that's all we can do, my friend. Urk! We gotta dig our way out of this. Of course, it's gonna be Pidgeotto. If he has another Turbo Energy, I really don't care. I just want him to knock me out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. He still can't attack, which is insane. I don't know what he's doing here. So we're gonna attach this other Grass Energy, and we're gonna Iono. It's gonna give him some cards. It's gonna give me some cards. We'll be okay. We got that V-Star now. You feel me? So we're gonna bada bing bada boom. I'm gonna do a switch because I am gonna use my Teal Mask ability, or not my Teal Mask ability, but you know what I'm saying. Playa. We're gonna go with the other Regidrago V, so we can evolve him next turn. Legacy Star. Drop those top 7. Boom, boom, boom. And what do we want from here? I think we want the Teal Mask and the Energy Switch. You feel me? Or should we do that? Fuck it. We're gonna... Oh, I'm so sorry for cussing. Didn't mean to do that. We're gonna do Temple of Sinnoh and the Energy Switch. So, Temple of Sinnoh up here. Now his Charizard can't attack if we mess up or we choose the wrong thing. But I'm thinking what we can do here is we're gonna do Apex Dragon, and we're gonna do Phantom Dive. I think this is honestly the best attack to do. I don't see why you would do anything else at this point. Do 10. Oops. Everybody. Do 60 here. Take that out. Take our prize card. Nest Bomb, we'll do the... We'll get Mew EX, I think, is what we'll bring out. Of course, Magma Rain, okay. Don't know what that does. Ultra Ball. He has to get his Pidgeotto. I like how we just have that stupid Kyurem just in our bench. Why wouldn't he put his Score Bunny? If Score Bunny was his main attacker, he should have put more of those in there. But he might just want those Pidgeys. I would have just gone the Pidgeotto, honestly. Or the Pidgeot EX, and then had that other stuff in there. Because I don't know how he thinks he's going to bounce back. Especially if he only has those. Because if we get a boss's order, it's over for him. Okay. Alright, smarty pants. Maybe that's what he's doing. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you made it this far, shouts out to you. Join me for a live stream, who knows, in a week or so. Or once we hit 100, we'll do a live stream. I was thinking of doing a giveaway once we hit 100 subs. Don't know what I'll give away, but I just want to show my appreciation to you guys for watching and listening. You used your time on me, and I hope I taught you something. So, thank you again. Now back to the match. Magma Raisin, or Basin. Attach, does some damage to himself. He can't evolve him. So what I think I'm going to do is 40, 50. No, that's not going to be enough. Just trying to see if we can knock out 3 of them. We're going to be able to knock out 2. Oh, he's choosing a new active Pokemon. Who's it going to be? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to Nest Ball for Mew EX. We're going to attach the energy to our Regidrago over here. And then we're going to evolve him to Regidrago V-Star. And then we're going to use our Mew EX Restart ability to draw our 3 cards. Not everything we want. We're going to use Professor's Research because I think we can risk it. And not a lot of things we want to use here, but we do have this. Boop. Then we get our Fire Energy out and another Grass Energy. So we're just going to move with the usual here. We're going to do our Apex Dragon. And then we're going to do Phantom Dive again. And we're going to knock out the Pidgey. And we're going to also knock out the... whatchamacallit here. The Score Bunny. So we get 2 knockouts. We're going to see if they're going to continue going here. At this point, I would give up. I think it's too far behind, but who knows what they're going to do. So at least we have Ulterior Mask Ogerpalm. We're going to use its ability, and then we're going to energy switch to this Regidrago V-Star, and then we're going to attach our Fire Energy. That way we have him ready up for the next turn. I assume he's going to have Pidgeotto out. Or not. See, right now, if we had the Kyurem, that would have been perfect. We would have knocked those 3 out right now. We would have knocked out both Score Bunnies and the Pidgeotto. But Kyurem is not there. He is on our bench. Unfortunately, that Charizard couldn't work fast enough to knock him out. Which would have been fantastic. I think this is my longest video yet, guys. Uses Magma Basin again. Still can't get that Pidgeot out. He should have done that from the beginning. Then maybe he could have gotten that Score Bunny out. No, we're just going to do another Monkey Dory. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. I see you, friend. But if we get a boss's order, it's over for you. If you guys look in our bottom right, we only have 11 cards left. So it's easy to get confident and just uh, deck out, especially once you're beating your opponent and they just keep going. But you kind of want to stay away from that. See, so I'm not going to use my professor's research because that's just going to screw me over long run. He's going to Adrena Brain. I don't know if this was like the original plan. But so we're going to knock out his Pidgeotto and his Scorbunny over here. And then if he knocks out our Regidrago V, it's going to be fine. We're just going to knock out whatever we get with this guy over here. Oh, okay. Okay, friend. I see you, friend. Okay, 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 okay. Let's see what happens here. Because I don't want to waste all my stuff. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to attach this, and then we're going to use our energy switch to boop, and we're going to retreat. We're going to do this here, and we're going to use Apex Dragon, and we're going to use Phantom Dive again. Who can we knock out? Oh my god. Damn. I should use a different attack. He's going to heal his freaking Pidgeot or Pidgeotto. But he has no poke. Like, who knows what he has? If he has a professor's research, then okay, he's going to have it. But if not, then we're just going to take 60 damage and then we're going to move on. Okay, 2 prize cards left. And we still can't use that Kyurem, which is ridiculous. Or else we would have won this already. There we go. There's that Cinderace. Okay, so you knocked out that. Where's our Fez? Is our Fez in here? No, it's not in here. So I think we're going to Fez. How many bosses orders are in here? Both of them are in there. Never mind. And we don't have a pal pad. So we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Need Professor Research. Neo. Oh my god. Okay, so he's going to get that knockout. Wow, he really made a comeback. That's insane. Oh, but wait. We have this bad boy. And how many energy switches do we have left? I think we used them all. Oh, we still have 2 energy switches. So we knocked out that guy. We're going to put Mew EX in here. We have our Fez. What I think we're going to do here is Fezandipity. And we're going to flip the script. And I think what we want is we're going to get rid of this Noivern here. And this Professor's Research. What do we have left? So we have nothing that'll... Oh, we have 1 energy switch. So we're going to click done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat. And I'm just going to have him knock out my Kyurem, hopefully. And we'll see how this next turn goes. Hopefully he doesn't have a boss's order. And if he knocks out the Kyurem, then we're set. He's going to use that other one. No, he can't. Can he? He can. Garnet Valley. He Iono'd. Thank God. There we go. Ba-boom. So who's he going to knock out? We're in a pickle now. See, I'm excited to see what he does here. Garnet Valley, yep. And he's going to be smart about it, so he's going to knock out the Squawk or the Mew EX here. Yep. Mew EX. Knock him out. Okay, he won. He won this one. There's nothing I could do about it. Unfortunately, all we can do is flip the script. Take out those 3. There's literally nothing we could do. So we're just going to deck out for him here. And he wins, man. Actually, no. Yeah, he won. Gonna end our turn. We're going to let him win. So you can't win all of them, friends. So that caught me by surprise. But now you can see why it's so important to get those Pokemon in the discard pile. That's what I was hoping he was going to do in the beginning of the game. Can't win all of them. Alright, well, I think that's it then, guys. Thanks for watching. Did you like this video? Did it suck? I know this one was really long, but I wanted you guys to see me lose at least one on him, because before that I'm pretty sure I had a 4-win streak. Thank you guys for watching again. Let me know in the comments what I should do next or what you'd like to see, and I'll try to get around to it. In the meantime, though, don't forget to check my other videos and subscribe if you like this one. Thank you so much, guys. Catch you later. Peace.